The land has truly turned desolate. The crops here are either barely growing or have withered away. And this isn't the only case of this across Albion, not even close. It's unnerving to see how stark an impact the decay is having on the state of farmland such as this. We must also consider how this is affecting the lives of farmers. Their very livelihoods are being threatened, and may not return to normal even if we solve the issue. Wheat doesn't grow in a day, after all. And, of course, the common folk are in peril as well, struggling to survive on dwindling food supplies. Indeed, Robin, this is quite a haunting sight. We must work quickly to see farms like this return to normal as soon as possible. There's no sign of anyone living here. The ploughs are sunken in the mud, and there are no workhorses to be seen anywhere. I suppose they gave up trying to salvage what healthy land they could. They'll have had to find another livelihood somewhere else. It must have been hard for them to leave the home they've known for years, or rather, be forced to leave, and find new work, new connections elsewhere. Sounds rather familiar. Come to think of it, we are very close to... Oh, it's nothing. Just an old story I heard. Pay me no mind, Robin. No? I'm not pushing you away. I told you, I rely on you as a valuable friend to help me through thick and thin. We'll fight together to save the kingdom from ruination, come what may. I have no doubt about that. Oh, just like last night. Is that what you think? Look, if I've offended you, I apologize. I haven't meant to keep you at a distance. It feels like I'm climbing a mountain. It started off easy, but as I get closer to the peak, the fear sets in. Fear that maybe I'm not ready for what awaits me at the top. Maybe I'm not making sense. But for now, just let me keep some things to myself, alright? I'm rather hungry. I suppose we have been traveling for a good few hours now. Shame there's no food still growing here. We may have been able to procure some otherwise. Say, could you use the urn to recover some of these crops? We'd make sure they didn't go to waste, and they'd make for a nice meal on the road. Oh. Well, of course we'd find some way to compensate the farmer for their crops. I wasn't thinking of just taking their food just to satisfy our own stomachs. We can leave a message for them to confirm our debt, and be sure to return once we've revived their land. You could do with some practice restoring the fields with our urn regardless. We may need to restore many others personally, assuming this all works out. Maybe hold back just a little bit, though. Restoring the whole farm at once may raise a few eyebrows. Go on, Robin. Give it a try. Whoa. Are you all right, Robin? You're not hurt, are you? Oh, that's good. From the sheer force of that release, I could have sworn... My word! Did you mean to restore that much of the field at once? No? I imagine the urn had something to do with it, then? I knew such a tool bestowed by the Herald of Wisdom would be powerful, but it wouldn't have hurt for her to show some restraint. May I say, though, you handled that remarkably given the circumstances. I'm surprised you kept all that ether reasonably under control. I'm impressed. Really? You've never been able to control that much ether before? I see. That is interesting. Perhaps your potential of harnessing ether has grown since we began our journey. Have you felt it in other ways? You can sense ether more strongly now as well? Would you care to give an example? People heading this way. Why would anyone come all the way out here to this abandoned farm? Oh. Well, would you look at that? There are some men on horses walking straight towards us. Perhaps they're farmers checking in on the land? We may have trouble explaining why one of their fields is right as rain again. Wait a moment. I recognize a couple of those men. I believe they were the ones we crossed at the tavern. Perhaps you're not the only one sour from last night. I don't think they're farmers with honest intentions. Right now, they look more like bandits. They may have come to settle their grudge. Stay behind me, Robin. Well, well, fancying meeting you fellows again so soon. What brings you all out here? It looks like they're not here to talk. Robin, you remember what I taught you? I need you to parry their blows and buy me some time while I take care of them. Just defend as best you can. Don't worry about me. Just brace yourself. Robin! Oh, thank the gods you're finally awake. How are you feeling, Robin? Hold on. Don't get up too quickly. You're still injured. Yes. Do you not remember? When those bandits came at us, we were fending them off until they overwhelmed you and broke your stance. Noticing that, I quickly pushed you aside to block the finishing blow. You lost consciousness from the fall, but I continued to fight them off. I finished off a couple of them before the rest of them fled with their tails between their legs. They were all bark and no bite. After that, I moved us to somewhere safe to recuperate. We're hiding in this barn for now. Oh, me? Huh. No need to worry. I escaped with but a few scratches. I even stayed awake for hours, keeping watch until you woke up. Oh, no. It was no trouble. It was rather refreshing not to be on the move for once, and it was nice to take in the night sky. Enough about that, though. What about you? Your head hurts? You probably have a swelling from the fall. I guess it could have been worse, though. Considering how overwhelmed we were, it was fortunate you weren't injured anywhere else. You should have some water. You'll need it after holding your own so well in that battle. Let me get you some. No, all right. Here you go. Drink up. This'll help you get your strength back. Hey, slow down. You're going to choke if you chug it down like that. Take it slow. We can take all the time we need here. I do understand, though. Fresh water does feel very refreshing after a hard-fought battle. It reminds me of when I drank from the river after wearing myself out playing in the fields when I was a child. I would choke just the same way, drinking so fast. Oh, it's nothing. Ah. Look, I'm going to scout for a bit, all right? To make sure the area is clear. No, that was stomachache. Maybe I should have washed those crops we revived before eating them. Hey, what are you... Wait. Looks like you found me out. Yes. I was also wounded in the battle. Slashed across the side of my waist. But you needn't worry. It's not very deep. I've suffered worse. Trust me. And better me than you, really. I appreciate your concern, but I don't think you should worry that much about it. Really, it's fine. Hey, what are you doing with that urn? Wait. My wound. It's sealed up. Oh. All right. It's still painful to move, but at least I won't be bleeding out. Robin. Thank you. I've been such a fool. I mean, I swore to protect you, and you only ended up getting hurt. Worse yet, my carelessness left me in a condition unable to fight properly. Would we have been able to hold out if we were attacked again? I'm not fit to be a captain, or your friend. I mean, I can't protect you, I can't be honest with you, and now you've healed me, I realize how selfish I've been. I've made up my mind. I won't be keeping secrets from you anymore. After all you've done to help me, I owe you some honesty. I'll tell you why I've been so withdrawn lately. Up north from here is a large hill. Just a little ways past that is the town of Riverton. And then, to the northwest of there, used to be a small farming village. That's where I grew up, in the humble village of Surringham. I would play in the fields and by the streams, and enjoyed life with my honest, hard-working family. Then, when I was young, 12 to be exact, I found a band of men seeking shelter by the river. They asked if I could take them back to my village for a comfortable place to rest. I was a naive lad back then, so I led them all back home. Only then did they show their true intentions. They were bandits looking to take everything from us. They attacked the village and mercilessly pillaged it for all the money and crops they could find. My family tried to stand up to them, but they were only humble farmers. I couldn't do anything to stop them. And my mother and father, I couldn't forgive myself afterwards. I trusted those hoodlums, and they exploited that. My mistake cost me my home, my family, everything I'd ever known. Left with nothing, I had to make some kind of living afterwards. So I traveled around, working every odd job I could find to keep myself going. Sometimes I even had to resort to less respectable means of survival in the folly of my youth. The odd apple from a market here, the odd potato from a field there. They aren't times I look back on proudly. Then, I was lucky enough to get the chance to enlist among the Knights of the Kingdom. I thought by joining their ranks, I could enact justice on the kinds of lowlifes that took my life from me, and save others from the same fate. Well, of course I've never told you before. It's not exactly an easy topic to bring up. Like I said, I'm not proud of everything I did to survive before enlisting. And every time I think I can get closer to someone, those memories of what I lost come back to haunt me and give me second thoughts. But traveling with you has got me thinking. Maybe the world isn't as full of deceit as I fear. Maybe it's just been so long since I've known someone so forthright. No, that's not it. I think what I feared most was opening myself up to others and giving people a chance, lest it come back to bite me. I want to change that. I want to be able to truly trust people. I want to trust you. And one day, despite the world often being treacherous, I hope to appreciate the virtue it holds. Huh. Thank you, Robin. I'm thankful you respect me so much, and I'm glad you're willing to stay by my side, despite my past doubts. I hope we can work together to continue to uphold these virtuous ideals. I won't let you down, as your protector and as your friend. Well, let's look ahead to our destination, shall we? Let me open up the map. All right. Just beyond this hill is Riverton. See? And if we keep going north for 3 more days, we'll finally reach Mount Alaventura. The end is in sight, Robin. We just need to make one final push. But for now, we need to rest for the road ahead. Or rather, I need rest. You've had a rather good sleep yourself. No, Robin. It's all right. You needn't keep watch from outside. I doubt anyone will find us here. You can stay right here beside me. I wouldn't have it any other way. I think I'll sleep well here, with such comfortable hay to rest on, and with good company by my side. Good night, Robin.